Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here. I hope you can hear me. If you can't, step on in. It's really great to see so many partners and businesses and friends gathered for this moment that we're going to celebrate together. Today marks the beginning of construction of the Gettysburg Welcome Center. The Gettysburg Welcome Center is going to serve as the central hub for visitor information, community events, and much-needed public restrooms. We're in the heart of the historic district right now. We are halfway between Lincoln Square and Steinway Avenue. This location is designed to promote walkability, increase foot traffic, reduce the ask on private businesses for restroom use, and to support our local economy. The Gettysburg Welcome Center is an investment in our future, and it's designed to serve generations to come. I thank you again for joining us today, and it's my pleasure to introduce the Borough of Gettysburg Manager, Charles Gable.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us on a beautiful groundbreaking day. It's an honor to stand here today as we break ground on the new Gettysburg Welcome Center, a project that represents far more than bricks and mortar. Today is about partnerships, vision, and the shared commitment to strengthening the Gettysburg community. I want to begin first by recognizing Congressman John Joyce for joining us today. Congressman, your support for this initiative that helps this community like ours grow and thrive is deeply, deeply appreciated. Projects like this don't happen in isolation. They happen when people and organizations come together around a common goal. The new Gettysburg Welcome Center is the result of collaboration between Gettysburg Borough, our local residents, the dedicated members of our business community, and leaders who believe in the future of this town. I also want to recognize Tim Shields for his leadership and generosity. In 2017, Tim donated this parcel of land that made this project possible. Strategic partnerships require champions, people who help bring stakeholders together, invest in the community, and help turn ideas into action. Tim's early commitment laid the foundation for what we are celebrating here today. Gettysburg is a place known across the country and around the world. Visitors come here to experience our history, walk our streets, and connect with the story that shaped a nation. But what keeps them coming back and what keeps this community strong is the people who live and work here every day. The Gettysburg Welcome Center will serve as a front door to our community. It will guide visitors to our historic sites, our small businesses, our restaurants, and the experiences that make Gettysburg unique. But just as importantly, it stands as a symbol of what we can accomplish when public leadership, private enterprise, and community voices work together. Strategic partnerships are about aligning strengths, sharing responsibility, and investing in a future that benefits everyone. Today's groundbreaking is proof that when we work together, we can turn a shared vision into reality. To our residents, to our business community, to the leadership of Gettysburg Borough, and to partners like Congressman Joyce, thank you for believing in this project and in the future of Gettysburg. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Charles. It is my pleasure to introduce Connor File, the architect on this project, who originally designed the original design concept and is now seeing it to creation. So, Connor File.
Good afternoon, everyone. As Jill said, my name is Connor File, and I'm the project architect with Crabtree Rohrball and Associates. We provided the design services for the Welcome Center project, along with our engineering partners at Paragon Engineering, based out of York, and C.S. Davidson out of their Gettysburg and Lancaster offices. I've been fortunate enough to be involved with this project and a partner with the Gettysburg Borough and Main Street Gettysburg since the project's conception back in 2018. I happen to be a lifelong resident of Gettysburg, so this project is particularly special to me to be able to contribute something to the local community that I grew up in. As many of you know, this has been a long process to get to this point of groundbreaking on the Welcome Center. This would not have been possible without the vision and the perseverance of the Gettysburg Borough and Main Street Gettysburg and their partners to see it through to fruition, despite pandemics, government shutdowns, review processes, grant funding delays, just to name a few of the challenges. The need for this community project has only grown over the last 8 years since its conception, and it has been a privilege to play a role in making that come to life. Designing a new building in historic downtown Gettysburg is no easy feat. The streetscape is lined with beautiful historic buildings as you see around you. The question in my mind was always, how do you design a new building that is true to its time and its function, yet respects the historical context of its surroundings? The inspiration for the Gettysburg Welcome Center came from studying the proportions, materials, windows, details of the historic homes and commercial buildings of the downtown. We knew from the beginning that it would be important for the building to blend in with its surroundings and neighbors, yet signify the public use it was intended for. The result was a simple red brick-clad building, similar in form and scale to the previous building that used to stand here, as a nod to its past, but looking into the future. The front entrance was inspired by the historic storefronts you see throughout the downtown, and it is intended to welcome pedestrians as they pass along on the Baltimore Street corridor. The building was designed to be fully ADA compliant, which is a rarity in downtown Gettysburg due to the historic nature of buildings and the challenges with retrofitting an existing building. The front portion of the building is an information center with a reception desk that will act as a visitor hub for learning about events and activities in the downtown, as well as help promote local businesses. It will also house rotating exhibits and displays with partnerships with local groups, and was designed for future flexibility as the needs evolve. The rear portion of the building is a public restroom facility that offers ADA compliant restrooms, infant changing tables, all housed in modern, clean, safe environment. The second floor is comprised of offices, a break room, and meeting space to support the Welcome Center. Though the building itself is relatively small, the impact it will have on the community and the services it will provide to the residents and visitors will be long-lasting and beneficial to support the health and enjoyment of downtown Gettysburg. Thanks again for trusting CRA and myself to be a partner with this unique and exciting project. Thanks.
Thank you, Connor. Now I'm going to introduce the borough engineer with CS Davidson, Chad Claybaugh.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for coming. Can everybody hear me okay in the back? So I've been involved with this project for a little over a decade. Back in 2015, Jill's predecessor, Deb, came to me and said, you know, we would like to do a revitalization of all of Baltimore Street, and how do we get that started? I said, well, the first thing I gotta do is do a master plan. So I came with some show and tell here. We started getting the funding started for this plan back in 2015. By 2018, we finished the plan. One of the common threads that you'll see throughout this plan, I've tabbed all the times where we see this, is the need for public restrooms, right? That's the natural human need, right? We always joke that everybody can get behind that. And that's one of the things that we noticed throughout this project, still right up to this day, is that we've got everyone's support. It doesn't matter what political background you come from, everybody agrees on the need for this Welcome Center. From the council to the funding sources, thanks to the congressman, it has been a unified effort to get to this point. So I think that's one of the things that I would like to highlight the most here in my speech. Now I will give you a little bit. Connor did a great job of giving you an idea what the building's going to be. From the site design, which is what I was involved with, there's not a whole lot to it, right? The building's going to take up most of this shotgun style property. There'll be a little bit of the sidewalk. It'll go along the side of it, and then there'll be a a bench area in the back where you can have lunch or something like that. And a couple of parking spaces will be built in the future, not with phase one, but in the future. So there's really not a whole lot to the design to talk about. But if you'll indulge me, I will geek out for a minute on the stormwater component. So there's a really interesting element to this property. All of the water from the tower, Steinway, South Street, it all comes down and it funnels right through where this property is. And it runs through this underground channel. And the original channel, it's the same channel that goes through the Farnsworth. It's only about 4 feet wide. And so you can imagine all of this water trying to get through a 4 foot wide channel just didn't fit. So what they did was they bypassed that water with an 8 foot wide channel. We think that the 4 foot channel was like Civil War era because it's covered with granite stones. The 8 foot channel has a reinforced concrete top, underground still. So we think that that's within maybe the last 100 years, but it's still very old and not in great shape. So all of that water flows through. There's a concrete lid that you can see in the back of this property where all of that water flows through. So it's a major element whenever we had to do the design of this property was how we're going to accommodate all of that stormwater. We aren't entirely finished with that project yet. We're going to follow up with that with the next phase whenever we start doing the Baltimore Street revitalization. But we do have a good start on that, and that was a major component of the civil engineering design. So with that, I'm going to pass the baton. You want to introduce the baton? Thank you.
Thank you, Chad. Appreciate this. Very exciting, and thank you for acknowledging all the partners that have brought this day to us. So I'm really, it is my honor to introduce our U.S. House of Representatives Congressman from the 91st District, Congressman John Joyce.
What a beautiful day in Gettysburg. What a beautiful day for Gettysburg. First of all, Jill, congratulations. Connor, Chad, to the borough, to be able to come together after 10 years of planning. Your tax dollars are coming home to do this. This was a community project fund that brought over $1 million to this project. But the groundwork has been done by the community. This is an opportunity where your tax dollars come home for, let's say, a significantly needed project. We can all agree on that. Moving forward, to see that these are the initial steps with the groundbreaking today, but it didn't occur in a very short order. What Chad outlined for us, the water management, to be able to, and I'm the son of a civil engineer, so I understand how important that is. And what Connor and his background has been able to design a facility that everyone in Gettysburg, whether you're a visitor just for a few days or you're a resident, will be able to appreciate the work that Connor put into this to make sure that this is an integral part of the Gettysburg community. Just a couple weeks ago, I visited Chris Heister at the battlefields, and I visited with the National Trust and talked to them about how important it was to have a visitor center in Gettysburg. This collaborates community with the rich traditions of what we see in the battlefields of Gettysburg. Many of you know that I am the great-grandson of the Civil War veteran. I didn't say double great, I didn't say triple great. Bernard Delaney, my great-grandfather, fought in the Civil War. The importance of Gettysburg was never lost on me as a child, from my grandparents to my parents to my siblings. The importance to this to community, but beyond. The importance of Gettysburg to our entire nation makes me proud to say that Jill and her team stepped forward and said, we are researching, we are looking for community project funds to be able to support this endeavor. Yes, it took 10 years to be able to have this occur, but I am proud of you. I am proud of your accomplishments to be able to work together to make this come to fruition. And with a relatively short going forward time frame, to have this open by August, we need more good weather like this to see that come to fruition. So I congratulate you as a team for being able to look forward, to recognize how important a welcome center is to downtown Gettysburg, I look forward to coming back with you in August for the opening of this, and I congratulate you for working hard over these past 10 years to get to this stage, to be able to have a groundbreaking for the new Gettysburg Welcome Center. Thank you for allowing me to participate, and again, congratulations on all the hard work that has been done here in the community for this Welcome Center. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Congressman. Thank you all again for joining us today. Construction is fully funded, so thank you to our federal appropriation and many, many private and other public investments that happened. We thank foundations, private grants, and other funding sources that helped prepare this space to get it from what it was before last June to what you see today, ready for construction. So whereas construction is fully funded, our work is never finished. So the next step is the endowment fund. We have partnered with Adams County Community Foundation to provide long-term support for this project. We're currently at $300,000 of a $1 million goal. As we commemorate America's 250 and as we launch the Gettysburg Welcome Center today, I invite you to invest in our future. Thank you again for being here, and I'm going to invite our partners to the shovels, please.